Can you start again?
Sure. Yeah. So the problem here is that it's an evolving expectation. So these are two different qualities of the expectations that are being discussed. One of them is that they're evolving, and the other one is that they belong to customers. So it's what customers expect is changing. So it's that whole phrase that we're trying to meet this whole thing rather than um, in isolation. Now, in this case, the word tailor, it's a verb that comes from literally from preparing clothing. Um, so it comes from the idea of cutting the fabric and sewing together a suit is to tailor an outfit or to tailor a suit for someone. So, but what that has come to mean is tailoring, um, that is making something to suit someone in particular or some particular group. So it's a kind of metaphor that has become more general, but it's a job you can have. You can be a tailor. Um, it's become so the verb has gone from being something very specific to a profession or a trade. A tailor is someone who makes suits or makes clothing, usually for men. Um, and then it's come to mean any process of creating something suitable for a particular person or group. Because the difference between a tailored suit and an off the rack suit is that a tailored suit has been made for you. An off the rack suit has been made to a size. Um, so this is where you go. Yeah, so if you go to a clothes store and you buy a suit that's already made, you buy it based on size and fit. So you see, okay, I'm a medium in the shirt, so I think this suit's going to fit me. You go try it on, it fits, you buy it. That's an off the rack suit. A tailored suit, you go into a tailor, they measure you, they cut the fabric for you, they stitch it together, it's ready in a few days or maybe weeks, and then it fits you perfectly. So that's the difference that this verb is here to point to. I'm using it a bit
Yeah.
loosely, but
Loose
it's
fabric, okay.
the materials that the suit is made of. This is a lot like the use of a verb like evolve. Um, so adapt means that they have to change to changing circumstances. So this is how they change. They adapt, they change by using data. Um, so they're adapting to their environment, they're responding to their environment. And the way that they understand their environment is through counting things. What do customers do? And then analyzing that. I think until, I'm trying to decide what category of word until is. Point. And so it doesn't fit here, because this is not about up to the time of something. It's about a shift is usually in a direction. So we shift from here to there, shift towards convenience. Um, you could also talk about a shift away from convenience and personalization if people didn't want those things. So shift away from, shift towards. Um, you could talk about a shift to the left or a shift to the right if you're talking about politics. Um, yeah, so I mean, if you were thinking about shifting as a strictly physical process, you probably have more options. Um, could you help me shift that desk up the stairs? Um, if it's strictly physical, you probably have a few extra options. But yeah, shift away from, shift towards. When we're talking about this more abstract, it's not literally someone moving something. Um, it's a pattern of changes. And this is also related to why they use the word landscape here. it's an abstract way of understanding
Mhm.
buying and selling things. They're talking about the retail landscape. That is, they're getting you to imagine that retail is like an environment. It's like a whole. They might talk about a sector, or they might talk about an industry, but in this case, I think landscape is less precise than those things and more evocative of all of the relationships and all of the people in that practice. Lexicogrammar, because it is the meaning of the word shift. There's no concordance using until here. So it's about, we talk about concordances. That is what words can be combined in usage. So it's both the words chosen and the grammar. You're right that a preposition works here grammatically, but not just any preposition, because prepositions have to agree with everything else that's happening in the sentence.
Great. So we can
Mm.
use this one.